In a state that lives and breathes football, welcome inside the massive AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, a couple of rivals from the NFC East squaring off. It's the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And off we go from Dallas. Xavier Gipson now to return. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by the newly minted Super Bowl champion, now in his 6th season, Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone of football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pass complete to Goddard. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
And an Eagles 1st down. A gain of 16 yards.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go, 1st down. They go play action. Here's Hurts. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They send a tight end in motion. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. Breaks the tackle. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Option play. They give it to Barkley. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
1st down, a run with Barkley. through the middle. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
It's a gain of 20. That's another Eagles first down.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. Working inside the red zone. Throw is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series.
Philadelphia.
They're on the road, but still favored coming into this one. And they quickly made a mockery of that home field advantage, Brock, with an opening drive TD.
Just kind of playing like a team, right? That just knows it. They believe in themselves. They've got that athletic arrogance and confidence coming into this building. They can't wait to take the home crowd right out of it.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Cowboys nothing. Jake
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here's Jalen Tolbert. We're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. And they're brought out by a quarterback celebrating a decade now as an NFL starter. Originally the 135th pick back in that 2016 NFL draft, it's Dak Prescott.
He didn't get the full chance to build on his...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating offense now behind the chains. That's exactly how you're looking to start.
That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. Short pickup to their own 31. Zach Bond with the tackle.
You could do a lot worse than a quick little shuffle give sometimes. I like that play. That shuffle pass just keeps the defense honest, keeps them guessing a little bit. Normally goes for positive yardage, and sometimes you're even able to surprise that defense entirely.
Third and long, Prescott. He's got it, complete to Pickens. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Dak to the air here. Screen here for Williams. Escapes a defender. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out! And that goes out through the end zone. So a costly turnover, a would-be touchdown. Going to be a touchback instead. Ball coming out to the 20.
Well, that looked like a last-gasp effort to deny them a touchdown. He came with one final wild swing at the ball, and he connects. They get off the field with the touchback, but they're celebrating like they dove on it themselves. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Hurts. It's a screen to Barkley. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9
It sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Good hit on the ground here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. Donovan Wilson picks it off. And the Cowboys get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses, clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw, and an even better job of forcing the interception.
Dallas sending its offense out for the 2nd time this game. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Prescott on 1st and 10. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Offense to the line, 2nd down. Prescott here from the gun. This is complete. Jalen Tolbert. And he's taken down at the 30.
Time and again, receivers would tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
3rd and just 2 to go. There he is on 3rd and short. He's making a bid for it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A 7-yard gain.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. He's calling his own number again. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and goal.
These are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And apparently he sees no other option than to get rid of it on what is the final play of our first quarter. 1 quarter down for these 2 NFC East teams. 7-0 is our score. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Time for our second quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. Back to throw. Here's Dak. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. Well, the pass interference might have prevented the touchdown there, but it gives this offense the yards and a great chance to punch it in anyway. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
Well, you can see he gets the ball and he sees the defender waiting for him right on the edge. And at that point, dead on arrival. A good effort on his part to at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. Williams can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Now from the 2-yard line, it's 3rd and goal. Here's Dak. And this is going to end behind the line. A great stop down in close. Let's see if they want to risk it now on 4th and goal.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
On 4th down, Prescott to throw. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Cowboys parlay the interception into points. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown.
What an absolute bonus for this offensive coordinator when you've got a QB that can create. What a nightmare for a defense as they just get run on.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Gibson now to return. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And we've seen both extremes of this passing game so far, Brock. One touchdown and one interception on the ledger.
A home run and a strikeout. A little sampling of what works and what doesn't against this defense, Kate. Now, got to try to emphasize those things that you found success on with that opening drive.
Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
3rd down here, need 8 on the play. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. This is complete, downfield to Smith. And he is down all the way to that 15-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. And again, here's Hurts. Brought in. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. They send a man in motion. It's Hurts once again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a second quarter lead. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7.
Cowboys 7.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Tolbert now to return it. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Cowboys about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And among all the team's pass catchers, partner, he has been one of the brightest spots in this opening half. I mean, I think we agree he's outshined several of their receivers and tight ends that we're used to seeing be the guys to get those targets. Here's Williams to start the drive. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
And the Cowboys first down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
So first down from the 41. Another run for Williams. And he takes it down to the 33. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
A gain of 26 yards. That's another Cowboys first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun is Prescott. Short pass brought in. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Now a toss running left with Williams. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. Drive's been moving nicely, but they went the wrong way on that last snap. It's 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Hauled in by Lamb, right side. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Third and long for him here. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Gibson now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Putting a receiver in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Trying to hit his fullback there. So 2nd down coming up. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and on and on.
He's got Brown on the slant. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
All set to go now from the 35. Barkley trying this up the gut. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Hurts tucks it, starts running. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. 2nd down coming up.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Slot man's in motion right. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Finds him over the middle. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. Stay with us. More from AT&T Stadium coming up. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. A gift to Barkley. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
A gain of 1. It's 4th down and less than a yard.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. We better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
I know they love that golf adage, drive for show, putt for dough, but it's awfully nice to drive for show, and to have that kind of weapon in your back pocket.
Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. The Cowboys about set to take over. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Dak now from the gun. This one's reeled in downfield by Ferguson. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Dak to the air here. That's caught by Williams. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Throwing the out route complete. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Dak throwing again. Right side, Ferguson's got it. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Back to the air, Prescott. And this is caught. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take the lead just before halftime. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys take a 4-point lead.
Cowboys 21, Eagles 17.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. They're going to have to be quick about anything that they want to do here, partner. Enough time for a few snaps at most. On 1st down, Hurts. He finds Brown right side. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10 now from the 46. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He finds Dotson left side. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. All right, now a timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now. They need 7. Back to throw it. Completed over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So less than a field goal separating these teams after our first 2 quarters, as we throw to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Turpin with a return. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. Here comes the Cowboy offense for the opening possession of the 3rd. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. First and 10 from the 32. Second half starts with a run by Williams. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Play action, Prescott. Looking to his fullback now. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Williams now on 1st and 10. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Prescott here from the gun. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
For a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the
Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, hits Prescott. Completed to his running back. And they're going to give him the 24-yard line. He stopped a step short of that first down marker.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Prescott now on 3rd and 1. And they get to him again! And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
That's why these coaches get paid, Kate, what they get paid. You got to make adjustments. That's a different look at defense than the one we saw in the first half. And you got to keep fighting, keep scratching, keep clawing, because that effort is going to be key here the rest of the way.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. Aubrey puts it through, and that'll push their lead to 4.
Well, they'll take it. Some points to add a little to what's still a pretty small lead. Eventually, I think we all know they've got to find a way to reach the end zone.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Tank Bigsby here with the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. First down throwing for Hurts. Completed left side to Smith. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
It's a gain of 8.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They go play action. Here's Hurts. Now here he goes. And Hurts gives himself up after getting that first down.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for an Eagles first down. First and 10.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Oh, he's keeping it again. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
Throw right side, caught by Smith. And they're finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that first down.
23 more yards. That's another Eagles first down. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Barkley off the pistol give. Makes a tackle. He's still going. That played good for, looks like about 6. Second down upcoming.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Hurts setting up to throw. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles push their lead to 3.
27, Cowboys 24.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Tolbert now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. To the left and reeled in by Ferguson. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Dude, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Escapes the pocket. And Prescott finds him a first as he slides down to end the run.
It's a gain of 11.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
1st and 10 now from the 46. They fake the hands off. Now Prescott finds his fullback. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. The rookie out of Alabama, they're on the tackle.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding a big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Throwing this one back at the end zone. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
Cowboys putting it away here on 4th, and it's the longtime vet Brian Anger on now. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. The Eagles and A.J. Brown getting set for another look on offense here. New set of downs for him from the 31. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. Finds Barkley underneath. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Receiver in motion. He's headed right. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Barkley again here on second. And he's down to almost, oh, no, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Eagles first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Hurts a chance to run it here. And they're going to be set up with a first down after a nice gain there as he's down by contact.
15 more yards.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Here's Saquon. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. He puts together a gain of 2, and we are at the end of our third quarter. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's Eagles football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one's caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Tracking for it, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost him a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Turpin with a return. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there, 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Straight ahead with Williams. It looks like he gained about 3 yards. It's also going to bring up 3rd down.
He was brought down by Zach Vaughn. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
As we're into the 4th quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch.
Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. Brian Anger, the one to send it away. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. First and 10. Here's Hurts. Hits him on the in route. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27.
Complete to number 11, A.J. Brown. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Got his man, that's Brown again. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him.
14 yards.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Eagles.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Zone read give here to Barkley. Get some space around midfield. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Yeah, I know you can read your partner right now, Kate. You know I'm smiling because that was a callback to the early days of football when fullbacks, fullbacks, not running backs, they were the one that led the ground game. He didn't stop at a yard or two, He ripped off a nice chunk for them right there.
First down, a run with Barkley. So call it a half dozen on that run block. It's 2nd down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football and defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. Well, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. All set now. 1st and 10. Now Hurts. Throw is caught. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
This might be a free play for him. It's a screen to Barkley. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call.
Offside, defense.
Now they got to the end zone with that free play partner, so they will, of course, decline the offsides and take those points.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead.
Eagles 38, Cowboys 24.
Well, it may be stating the obvious, partner. I do that sometimes often, but tight ends, such a mismatch this close in. And no surprise, they went his way for that 2-point conversion.
Yeah, it's one of those guys' security blanket. Whether he's designed read or not, this quarterback knows that tight end's a great outlet. Why? Because often they're bigger and they're stronger. Even if they're double teamed, there's still that chance to get that entry pass like a great post in basketball, and they know how to finish.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. Throwing on first is Prescott. Right side, Ferguson's got it. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
It's a gain of 8.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure, but you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Prescott here from the gun. On the right side is caught by Ferguson. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You want to nerd out at the end of the year with me, Kate? We'll go back and look at the amount of time per completion in the league. The best of them are around 2.2 seconds. The guys that hold on to the longest, they're somewhere around 2.6 seconds. You give your quarterback that kind of eternity to throw, they'll find a completion. That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Dak throwing again. Out left, Lamb makes the grab. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
To C.D. Lamb. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Now it's Prescott again. Shoves one away. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Prescott to throw once more. Drops this one down here for Williams. And they bring him down around the 34.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
We've reached
7
the 2-minute warning from Dallas.
34-yard line.
Cowboys losing by 14. Second down now, 7 to go. Another throw for Prescott. He takes it himself. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. 7 yards on that pickup. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you've got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
First down, here's Dak. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Here's Prescott. Brought in. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
From the gun is Prescott. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
8-yard line.
Backed up to the 8 here. It's second and goal. Back to throw. Here's Dak. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
We get a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
And he hits the end zone. Touchdown! I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good creative quarterback, one that can stand to play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Cowboys 31.
As we approach the final half minute of play, their comeback hopes resting on recovering this kick. And the Eagles are able to recover. And that should just about do it for us here.
Okay, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now is just make these plays, run out this clock so we can take one more knee and celebrate.
So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And, partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Dallas.